The big story tonight comes from our CBS News I-Team investigation, which has revealed thousands of guns sent off to North Texas police departments to be destroyed were in fact recycled and then sold online as gun kits. Now, many of these departments say they were completely unaware that this practice, even though it was in the contract, was happening. Investigative reporter Brian, who joins us right now. Brian, we know you've discovered more than a dozen police and sheriff's departments here in North Texas have signed contracts with the private company that is reselling those now dismantled gun parts. Fill us in here. This is going to be mind-blowing for a lot of people.
Right. The company is called Gulf Coast Gunbusters, and after we pointed out some critical details in those agreements, several agencies, including the Denton Police Department and the Dallas County Sheriff's Office, suspended their contracts with the company.
There's magazines over there.
Looks like Sam, Tom.
Hey, what's going on? What you working with today? Okay, in the trunk? Okay.
In its first ever gun buyback event, the Dallas County Sheriff's Office in February collected long guns.
That's a High Point 9mm semi-automatic pistol.
Handguns, even a brand new AR-15.
These are to be destroyed.
From this one event, the county took possession of more than 130 unwanted weapons. Surrendered firearms, along with guns confiscated by police from crime scenes, can quickly fill up evidence rooms, leaving law enforcement agencies having to come up with a way to dispose them.
It's a big deal when you take possession of somebody's firearm. It needs to be disposed of properly, even if it costs money, because that's the responsible thing for us to do.
A CBS News Texas I-Team investigation found in the past 5 years, 15 North Texas law enforcement agencies have contracted with Gulf Coast Gunbusters to destroy their unwanted guns. The company has a patent for what it calls the firearm pulverizer. The way it works is the gun goes in one side, it's crushed, and then comes out in pieces. The process is recorded so police departments have a record. This video was for a gun sent in by the Frisco Police Department. Records show since 2019, North Texas police and sheriff's departments have sent Gulf Coast Gunbusters more than 2,600 guns. The service is free for law enforcement. But there's a catch, and the I-Team found many North Texas cities and counties were unaware of it. Take a second look at this video. Notice something? That gun set to be pulverized is missing pieces. When Gunbusters offers its services for free, it often destroys only the gun receiver. The receiver is a part of the firearm that bears a serial number. According to federal law, the receiver is considered the actual gun. Everything else are mere parts. Gunbusters then sells those parts through an online gun broker, marketing them as gun kits. These kits are sold without a background check. In contracts signed by local police chiefs, Gunbusters outlines how it will sell salvaged parts. But the I-Team found in several cases these contracts received little scrutiny.
That takes us to the bids.
In 2022, Dallas County Commissioners approved a 5-year contract with Gulf Coast Gunbusters. The contract was viewed as so non-controversial and routine that it was placed on consent agenda.
Motion carries unanimously.
Rare that I say this to a reporter, but some of this without y'all's reporting wouldn't have been found, couldn't have been fixed.
Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins says once he was aware of the full story, he directed the sheriff's office to stop the transfer of firearms to Gunbusters. Other departments have done the same.
My position is always, we'll destroy the firearm in its complete entirety.
2 years ago, after recommendations from neighboring cities, the Louisville Police Department began sending firearms to Gunbusters. However, Chief Brooke Rollins, who had yet to join the force, said once the city discovered what was happening with salvaged parts, it immediately stopped and looked for a new vendor.
I recognize that there may be a cost component to that. I'm willing to trade the cost to ensure that the firearm doesn't make it back into the market in any way.
These 7 North Texas police agencies told the I-Team they too stopped using Gunbusters when they learned parts were being resold as gun kits. Gulf Coast Gunbusters declined to comment to the I-Team, but the company's website states its destruction process is safe, secure, and free. 5 North Texas police departments, McKinney, Hurst, Haltom City, Richland Hills, and North Richland Hills, currently still use Gunbusters. In a statement, McKinney Police told the I-Team, "We are aware that under the agreement, Gunbusters may sell salvaged parts and scrap metals. This service is provided at no cost to McKinney taxpayers. The McKinney Police Department believes this to be an efficient way to dispose of these items. Last month, Dallas County struck a new agreement with Gulf Coast Gun Busters. The county will now pay the company to take its unwanted guns. But in return, their guns, including these collected from February's buyback event, will be destroyed in their entirety. Every single part.
If we're saying we want to get dangerous guns off the street, then if someone comes up with a loophole to build ghost guns out of destroyed guns, then we got to close that loophole. And that's what we're doing.
And it'll be number 30.
So the federal government does not regulate nor require a license to be in the business of destroying firearms. But an ATF spokesperson did tell us that the recommended best practice is to destroy the firearm in its entirety. Nicole, several police departments told us that it can be hard to find a local vendor that will destroy firearms. The Fort Worth Police Department told us it uses a steel mill in Midlothian that will melt its guns. While the Dallas Police Department would not tell us who it uses, but did tell us that it will send an auditor out to the facility to ensure that every firearm is properly destroyed.
And Brian, such a good catch by the I-team there. As you said, this was in the contract, but the departments were not, I guess, aware that that was in there. And if you know anything about ghost guns, you know that they are impossible to trace. So this is so important. For the agencies, though, that don't want to go with the free service from Gun Busters, how much does it cost to have a gun like this, like you said, destroyed in its entirety? I can't imagine it's inexpensive.
Yeah, we're told it can cost around $70 per firearm, and that doesn't include transportation. And so when you're dealing with hundreds of guns, that can easily add up to tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, really quick. Brian New with the I-team, we are so thankful for you and your update on our website, by the way. We've got responses for all 15 law enforcement departments that have used Gun Busters. You can check that out and the I-team's page on CBSNewsTexas.com.